Okay, I'm live all by myself. Oh dear. Sky Dancer, hello. And hi Cat and Mojo and Grasshopper and Holly and Nona, Sketty Nona and Trash Cat. And I don't know if I missed anybody. I think that's everybody here, or everybody that said something. So I don't know where Mr. Bob is. I haven't heard from him at all. Hey, Travis. And get down from there. What do you think you're doing? Just because I'm busy talking, you're gonna get yourself into trouble, huh? Animals. Okay, so anyway, then I'm sure Sarah and Blackie will be here later, and I gotta apologize to everybody for not having a stream on Saturday night because I was not feeling good. And I'm not doing super good today yet, but I'm better than I was. So we're going to go for it. So I don't know what to do before anybody else gets here. Welcome all to the House of Punchy Paints. Yep. Oh. It got up to over 75 today here. And yesterday it got up to 80 just barely before it started dropping down again. But my eyes are burning again. I think all the neighbors were all out mowing their lawns and stuff, and then my allergies hit. So tell X stories. That's always a good time. I don't know which ones you guys have heard before or not, though. Yeah, it's warm. Didn't get up to 90 here. We got up to 80 yesterday and just a little bit below 80 today. And like I say, all the neighbors were out mowing their lawns and shit, and my eyes got all itchy and stuff. So see how they're red around them and burning again. I should take some Benadryl, but I haven't yet. I'm not very good at taking stuff. So, what is everybody up to? Like I said, I'm kind of waiting for somebody else to show up. I'm sure Sarah or Blackie will. Yeah, I still have a little bit of Benadryl. So I'll probably take some before I go to bed. So I should be doing an auction tonight, but I don't have stuff to auction because I've been working on something else. So, but I've got to, in the next day or two, I'll be doing like a pop-up stream sometime to auction off some. I'll do some little stuff to auction because I've got to pay my internet within 2 days or they'll shut me off and then I won't be doing nothing. Then I got 2 days left to pay that. So, and then I've got 2 days left to pay my electric bill, which I've paid most of it already, but I still got to pay another $100 by the 22nd. So I'll be doing a little auction maybe tomorrow night, but I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of people that are streaming on Wednesday night, but I might try one anyway. So we'll see what we do. We'll see what we do. Maybe Sarah will have something tonight, but I've been working a little bit getting started on Blackie's puppy for him, so that's probably what I'll be working on tonight, but I'm kind of waiting for him to get here to find out if he wants me to do it I've been kind of getting the drawing laid out, but I don't know if he wants me to do it in charcoal or if he has his heart set on colored pencil. I kind of want to do it in charcoal, but we'll see what he says. It was almost 90 today. Yeah, Denver is quite a bit. You sit lower than us, and you're quite a bit warmer than we are. So other than not feeling good, and like I said, I should have had some stuff ready to auction, but I just wasn't feeling good and have not been doing much for the last couple days. Other than sleeping a lot. Sleeping a lot is good for me, but it is not good for my art. So, what are you getting into? I swear to God, she waits until she knows that I'm streaming and not going to be chasing after her, and then she's like getting into the cat food and shit. Get out of there. Dogs know. They know when you're busy. What are you doing? Get out of there. So, has anybody else got anything good going on? I swear to God. Lay down. Lay down instead of getting into stuff. That's what dogs do. Yep. Yep. And they get you figured out. I used to think that she figured it out when I started talking, but then I was watching her and I actually realized that she knows I'm going to stream when I put my ears on. So I don't have to talk first. She knows when I put my ears on. Now she's laying at my feet, so hopefully she'll stay there. Still no star emoji. I should do a star emoji. I don't have one up. I haven't even looked lately to see what I have. And I'm due to make a couple more emojis, so I should do a star one. And I don't know what Bob's doing. He's usually here by now. And I don't think he's even seen. But are you sleeping? And I don't know. I see Blackie and Sarah have both seen the link and given me a thumbs up, so I assume they are coming. And I have not. I don't know about Chappie. Let me see. He saw the link, so he might be too busy to come in right now. But he knows he's invited. Message retracted. What are you doing retracting messages? Floyd has taken him hostage again. That might be. Pam's had Starve for 28 years. Okay. 420 years. You guys realize that I've got, like, in 3 days, I'm going to be 68 years old. How long have I had Star? I think a year and a half, maybe. I'm not really sure. I think maybe like a year and a half. I can probably give a good guess here if I look at a photograph of her. It might have a date on it. I don't know. Let me see. There's a fly in here that's bugging me. Let me see. So. None of them have dates on them. So. I don't know. Oh, you know what though? I bet if I go like this and click on properties, I might have a date on it. I'm old, I can't remember stuff like how long I've had. Okay, so Thursday, April 22nd, 2021. So 2 years, a little bit over 2 years already. I didn't think it was that long, but evidently, let me see what this one says. I know this one was like the first week that I had her. And it says May 1st, 2021. So yeah, a little bit over 2 years. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. How many times have I stepped on her in those 2 years? Actually, I have never stepped on her. She is a drama queen. And if she's laying at my feet and I so much as bump her, she's going to squeal like a pig, like I stepped on her. And a couple times when she screamed when I've been on, hi TJ, when I've been on live streaming, it was because like she got her toenail hooked in the carpet and the cat looked at her sideways, and she's just little Miss Drama Queen. No, I didn't have her from a pup. I got her from the animal shelter, and she was like, I think they said 1.5 years old when I got her, so she's like 3.5 now. So yeah, she's still pretty young. And nobody's here yet. I'm all by myself. I bet you that Bob is sleeping. Yeah, when I first saw her at the animal shelter, she was she had to get both of her back legs operated on, and she had to get spayed before they'd let her go. So, but yeah, she's still a little girl. Hi, Brad. Hello. So, does anybody want to come up here and say hi? Save me from being by myself. Or I can put some art on and talk about something. I don't know. Or I could tell X stories, but I'm not sure who's heard which ones. Have you guys heard about when my ex came to see me and I had to go into Moses Lake and get some oil for my car? Have you guys heard that one? I've never actually met Bob in person, but we always I think we started talking to each other online and stuff and kind of became friends about probably 4 years ago. Where's Bob when you need a good dildo story? I know, huh? So do you guys want to hear about when I went into Moses Lake to get oil for my car? Oh, no, I've never met Bob in person. I've I've been through Tennessee, but I've never gone to Tennessee. Okay, we'll kill some time until Sarah and Blackie get here, and hopefully Bob before the night's over. At the time, what was that about oil for your car? Yep, I'm going to tell you right now. So at the time, I had left my ex-husband this was about probably 6 months after I left him, and he was living in Oregon. But he'd come up and see the kids and stuff. So at the time I had a Pinto, a Ford Pinto, yeah, and it was bright yellow, like the color of a McDonald's sign, yellow, and the head gasket went out on it. So it was just blowing oil out as fast as I put it in it. And I mean that literally. Like, I would carry a case of oil with me to go to work, and I would watch out the rearview mirror because it was just a big cloud of black smoke following me. And as soon as I could see through the black smoke, I knew it was almost out of oil. So I'd pull off on the side of the road and fill it up with oil and then go like hell again until I had to do it again. Yeah, it was a Pinto. It was uglier than shit. But I had a friend that was going to fix it for me, but he was busy for like another week. So I went through a lot of oil. And my oldest daughter was going to this church, and the minister came down. He was a really good guy. He was a nice guy. But he came down to see the kids, and it was like a Friday night. And he'd come down to see the kids, and the kids, by the way, called my car a comet because it was bright yellow and it had this big ball of black smoke behind it. So they said it was a comet. Anyway, so the minister had come down, and I was out of oil. And I had to go to work the next day, and I didn't have any oil, and I lived like way out in the country. And I couldn't drive the car with no oil to go get oil. So Vaughn told me that I could take his car and go into Moses Lake and get some oil. So I was going to do that. I was going to go get a case of oil. Well, about that time, Dwayne showed up, my ex. And he decided that he was going to go with me. And of course, being an idiot man, he had to drive. So we go into Moses Lake, and just about the time that we're pulling up to, I think we went to, I don't remember what place, one of the auto places, AutoZone or something, to get the oil. And about the time we were pulling up in the driveway, he asked me what the chances were of us getting back together. And me, like an idiot, I told him fat chance, which made him mad. So I went in and got the case of oil, and I came back out with a case of oil in my hand, like a full case of oil. And you spelled it right too, Trash Cat. That's how he spells his name, was Duane. Anyway, I came out with the case of oil, and I like opened the door to the back seat and was putting the case of oil in, and he started backing out while I was, wasn't even in the car yet. So I had to throw the oil in and then jump into the passenger seat while he was still backing out because he was pissed off because I told him I wasn't going to get back together with him. So I jumped in the passenger seat, And we got out of town, and he was madder than hell and driving like an idiot. And it wasn't even my car. It wasn't his car. It was Vaughn's car, and he was driving like an idiot. So I told him to slow down and pay attention to his driving. So he pulled off the shoulder of the road with a big cloud of dust, slamming on the brakes. And he says, well, you can drive then. And he got out of the car, and he was walking down the side of the road. So I slipped over into the driver's seat, and I was like, okay. So, and I meant this when I told him this. I pulled up beside him, and I rolled down the passenger seat, and I said, it is 40 miles to my house from here. And I said, and I don't really give a fuck. You can either get in right now, or I'm just going to go home, and you can walk all the way. I don't really care. I mean, and I didn't. That was up to him if he wanted to do that, right? So he jumps in, and because I think he realized that I totally meant it, because what did I have to lose? We weren't, we were separated. I didn't really give a shit. So he got in the passenger seat, and he's sitting there like breathing hard, and he's all pissed off, and his arms crossed and stuff, not saying anything to me. And I told him, I said, I'm sorry, but I said, you don't need to be driving stupid when it's not even your car. And so he looked at me, and he said, you're the one that drives stupid. And I was like, okay, whatever. And he says, and I'm not the one that wrecked a car. And I was like, geez, I was like 19 years old. I just barely I hadn't had my license for very long. And yeah, he said a few more things, and I'm just sitting there driving, trying to ignore him. And he had a couple other smart ass things to say, and I looked at him and I said, oh yeah, well, my dad can beat up your dad. Which shut him up. I think he realized then what an idiot he was sounding like. So that's that story. It wasn't that exciting, but it still kind of makes me laugh. It might have been Napa, yeah. I don't remember. So my favorite story with him, which some of you have probably heard, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it anyway. All right, Blackie's almost here. I'm all by myself and just yapping away. So my favorite story with him, because actually the main reason that I left him is because he had a horrible temper. And I was tired of it. And he treated me like shit too, but anyway, so like I say, I lived way the hell out in the country. The nearest house to me was at least half a mile away, 40 miles from Moses Lake, and about 15, 20 miles to the little town of Rural City where I worked. But anyway, so one day I was like talking to one of my friends on the phone, and her and I were both EMTs at the time. So I was talking to her on the phone. At that time, it was landlines, which those of you as old as me, you remember landlines where you got the phone plugs into the wall and stuff. There was no such thing as cell phones then. So I was talking to her, and I looked up and I said, oh God, Dwayne's coming up the driveway. I could see him coming. So I said, hold on. I just set the phone down, and I went and locked the front door. And he knocked on the door, and I said, the kids are gone this weekend. They're at church camp. So there's no reason for you to be here, and I'm not going to open up the door for you. So he kicked the door down, which broke the door sill and stuff, which was really nice of him to do that for me. Thank you. And he came in the house and he yanked the phone out of the wall, yanked the cord out of the wall. So, and he was kind of blocking the front doorway. So I went around the back door and I was like going to run to my car and just leave because I, like I say, I lived out in the middle of the country and I didn't want to deal with him. But he ran out the front door and beat me to my car and raised the hood and pulled the distributor cap. Well, I'm sure most of you realize that if you pull a distributor cap off of a car, you aren't going to get it started. So I wasn't going anywhere. So nothing I could do. So I just walked back in the house and he kind of followed me back in the house. And I sat down in my armchair and he's like standing over the armchair, like he's standing over me. And his arms are crossed and his face is red and he's like breathing hard because he just ran out the door and stuff and he's pissed. And I'm just like staring at his belly button, sitting in my chair. And after a minute, when he could talk again, he said, I didn't come up here to see the kids. I came up to see you because there's something I want to tell you. And I was like, okay, go ahead. And he said, and I've had people tell me that, you know, I must be exaggerating, but I'm not. I'm telling you exactly what happened. He's like breathing hard and, you know, I told him to go ahead. And he said that he wanted to tell me that he took an anger management class and would I take him back? And I was like, I had to like suck in my breath not to burst out laughing because that would have not been a good thing to do at the time. But I just kind of held my breath for a minute and I looked at him and I said, and did you pass? Because, you know, he just disabled my car and kicked in my door and yanked my phone out of the wall. So that he could tell me that he took an anger management class. Yeah. So, yeah, I was not impressed. And I think it dawned on him then what he had just done because he didn't say any more to me. He just like, he like walked out the door and went and put the distributor cap back on my car and left. And I sat there and I laughed and laughed. Laughed and laughed and laughed. It's like, oh my God, what an idiot. Oh, yeah, it was flying colors. So that's one of my favorite X stories because that was so stupid. Oh, yeah, it was pretty funny. So hopefully Blackie will show up here, so I'll have somebody up here with me and not quit. He's here. I see a Blackie with a red background.
Oh, yeah, shit, I forgot to turn that off.
It's actually kind of cool. I like it. I have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
I have two questions because I need to know what to name the drawing. So what's your puppy dog's name?
Shaky.
What is it?
Shaky. Shakey.
Okay. Shaky. Okay. And this is the most important one, and I want you to think about it first, Nugget. Do you want, because I've kind of getting the outline and the general shape and stuff like sketched in, and I'm at a point where I need to know if you want colored pencil or charcoal.
Can you show me a picture in charcoal and a picture in colored pencil? Well, is there noticeable differences?
Well, yeah, the charcoal doesn't have the color, but yeah, I'll show a couple drawings right now, but I kind of like charcoal with this one, but colored pencil would be nice too, so I thought I would leave it up to you. So hold on, let me open up some
Because yeah, I
drawings.
mean, he is primarily a black and white dog, apart from
Yeah,
his
and
little
the
tiny
charcoal
patch
would
of
work
red.
out quite nice. I like working with charcoal. It's just it's always been like my first love no matter what, but I've been doing a lot of colored pencil too, so
He definitely needs his little tan patches in his eyebrows.
yeah. So I could do the colored pencil. I could get the tan in there. So okay, I got some right here I can do. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
didn't have my don't have my green screen up, so those backgrounds look a bit silly, kids. While you're doing that, I might as well say some highs, isn't it? Hi, Huawei. Big kisses. Sky, Cat, Trash Cat, all the cats. Kragos, Mojo, TJ, Trav. G'day, Trav. How's it? Cat Mackenzie. Did I say cat already? How many bloody cats have we got in here? Just Trash Cat and Cat Mackenzie, and I'm probably overreacting. Who else have we got?
So this is a charcoal drawing.
Yeah.
Charcoal drawing. Colored pencil. And colored pencil. And brown pencil.
Sepia pencil.
Yeah. I have done a lot of that. Didn't really. These are charcoals here. The puppy's Star quit. That was me. The charcoal and colored pencil and charcoal, charcoal. There's that one's a colored pencil and charcoal. You can see I like charcoal.
Yeah, right.
Charcoal.
And obviously the tan is not an issue because those Shaky's eyebrow colours have been many of them so far. So yeah, I certainly don't see a difference in the quality. They're all fantastic.
There's not really a difference in the quality. Yeah, I've used Conti crayons too, so. But with this one, like I say, it's your choice of whether you want charcoal. I like charcoal myself, but if you want the tan eyes, then I've got to do I've got to do colored pencil to do that.
You had some of his similar tan shades in some of your charcoal drawings. You just stain the paper for those bits or something?
Yeah. Night, Mojo. Hi, Craig.
See ya, Mojo.
So yeah, it's up to you, whichever one you want.
Yeah, let me ponder it for a little while. Are you at the stage where you need me to say which one it is, and so you can get about it?
Yeah, I don't generally mix charcoal and the colored pencils because the charcoal is kind of like its own thing with the softness and blending and stuff. Which is one of the main differences between the colored pencil. You can't get the same type of shading that you can with charcoal because you've got instead of doing it lighter, you've got to go down grades in the pencils themselves. You know what I mean? Like if you want a lighter brown, you've got to go to another pencil. You can't just use it lighter. So therefore, you can't get quite the softness of the shading that you can with charcoal. Because charcoal, you're not changing the color any, and you're still, you can I actually use blenders and stuff to soften it up and to do the lighter parts and that type of thing. So anyway, but just let me know sometime in the next couple hours, and that will work because I can still do some more like getting the drawings set up and stuff before I need to start shading it anyway. So
Phantom. Is that your dog, Kragos? Your big boy? Is he called Phantom? Craig says when he moves and gets settled and has a few extra bucks, he'd love a Phantom picture Pam.
I see that, but I don't know what a Phantom is.
TJ, Pam is drawing my dog who died a few weeks ago. I've been colluding with Sarah on the idea of charcoal or pencils, and she kind of said the same thing I was thinking. G'day, Vic. That I will give the artist creative license.
Oh, okay.
You choose. You work out what you think will work out the best. Yeah, TJ, that's right. If you're talking to me, I'll love it anyway. So I can't go wrong with either decision. Yeah, it's gonna
a horse. I draw horses. Yes.
It's gonna be a gift for my sons because they all loved him very much too.
Oh no, he says that Phantom is his Great Dane. That'd be fun to draw too.
Yeah, I think that was the horse joke.
Oh,
because he's a big, tall, skinny boy.
Hello, Whip Squirrel.
G'day, Whip.
I don't know where Bob is tonight. I have a feeling maybe he fell asleep or something.
Might have had a big day at the Ark.
Yeah. Or I might have pissed him off. I don't know. That can always happen too.
Now, Sarah is using some of her available free time today to smash out a bunch of work on website prep.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, while she's got the time, we might see her, but we might only see her for a little while.
Oh, I see her right now.
There we go. My time.
Hello.
Impeccable. Hello, love.
Hi.
We were just talking about you.
Oh.
How's it going?
It's going all right. Not really. Yeah, it is. It's okay.
I was just telling Sam that I was telling Pam, same letters almost, easily confused. Just telling Pam that we were both having the same thoughts about the shaky dog picture, that it should be Pam's artistic license to choose whichever way she goes.
Yeah, that's what I think, because she knows herself and her skill and how the different mediums work for her. So I think that she'll make the right choice.
The main thing is I feel like I can get in a little bit more detail and softer detail with charcoal than I can with colored pencil. Just because of I've been doing a lot of colored pencils, but colored pencil, if you're going to like have variations in the shade and stuff, you've got to have like different pencils to go from dark to light. Whereas charcoal is just all in pencil, and you can blend and sharpen and all that stuff with the charcoal. And I think you can get a little bit more detail and subtle shades and stuff with charcoal than you can with colored pencil.
I will take your word for it. Yes, Cragos, it was cold yesterday. I think it was our coldest day and potentially night of the year.
Oh, we had the warmest day so far this year yesterday. It got up to 80 degrees here.
Yeah, it's a pleasant change for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was weird here yesterday because about 11 o'clock in the morning, it felt like the temperature dropped like 2 degrees. And it was like the coldest I've been in the middle of the day for such a long time. And then by about 3 o'clock, it had warmed up slightly. And then about an hour later, it had dropped again mega. It's a freezing day. Not by Wyoming standards, though.
South Dakota, which is like part of it touches the northern part of Wyoming. Like if I were to go straight east, I'd hit Nebraska from here, but I'm at the bottom of the state. If I went up the state a little ways and went across the border, I'd be in South Dakota. And South Dakota had the fastest, I think, and largest, the quickest drop in temperature on record. And I think if I remember right, it was in the 1950s. But the temperature dropped so fast. They had a cold front coming in, and that you could actually see the atmosphere where it was coming. You could actually watch it coming, and it dropped like, if I remember right, it was like 48 degrees in 2 minutes.
Wow.
When the cold front hit, and it actually like broke people's windows of their car, the windshields of their cars and stuff like that, because the temperature dropped so fast.
Wow.
It broke people's windows in their houses, and because it just went like the cold front just was like cold against the warm and just bam,
Yeah, that's wild. I reckon yesterday's was like 2 degrees in about half an hour it dropped.
Which is pretty fast in itself.
But yes, no windows broke, thank goodness.
It's been a long time since I read that, so I'm gonna look it up really quick.
Yeah, I didn't really believe any of the weather apps that were giving us temperatures last night, but I didn't even think just look at an analog thermometer. I was just complaining about the apps instead of confirming the temperature with a real device.
Okay, it wasn't quite accurate. It was in Spearfish in South Dakota on January 22nd, 1943. And the temperature went from 54 degrees Fahrenheit to -4 degrees. A drop of 58 degrees in less than a half an hour.
That is so wild. What a thing to experience. Go and walk out in it and just let the cold front wash over you.
Oh, but they don't hold, that's not the record though. It says Montana holds the world record for the sharpest drop in temperature, where in Browning, Montana saw its temperature drop from 100 degrees Fahrenheit to -56.
Jesus Christ.
In less than 24 hours. Holy cow. How would you like that to go from 100 degrees, which is really hot, to -56? I mean, good God. That is a temperature drop. I think that's about what it got up to here, Grasshopper, today. It got up to like 78, something like that. And it's still 64 after dark, which means that summer is here.
But those wild weather changes were probably back before they'd perfected the weather machines. They were still prototyping them out a bit.
Yeah, minus 56 is cold. Minus 56 Fahrenheit. That is pretty damn cold. I have seen like when I lived in Montana, I saw like minus 52, minus 53, and that is damn cold. And I had people tell me, well, people there will say, oh, once it gets down into the minuses, it doesn't really matter. It all feels the same. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now that I could tell we had like minus 52, and then it was stayed in the like minus 45 like that, and temperatures like that for like over a week. And the first day that it got up to minus 22, it felt like summer to me. I mean, you could really feel the difference. And minus 22 is damn cold, but I could really tell the difference. So there, yeah.
Yeah, I think once you experience it frequently enough, you can enjoy the subtleties, the nuances.
Yeah. And once it got down to like minus 20, I would have, if I wanted to be able to drive my truck, which I had to because my youngest was in school at the time, and I was not going to let her walk to school in those temperatures because it was about a mile walk. So once it got down to minus 20, I had to go out every like 2 to 3 hours and start up my truck and let it run for a while. All night, setting the alarm, going out and starting up the truck, letting it warm up, turning it off, setting the alarm for 2 hours again. Because if I failed to do that, the truck would not start until it got above minus 20 again.
That's wild. I don't think I've ever had a vehicle not able to start because of the temperature.
Oh, it's pretty common here, and I have like a block heater on it too. But the house that I was living in at the time, if I plugged the block heater in, it would kick off the power box, so I couldn't really use it.
Dodgy.
But a lot of people have block heaters in Montana. It's a pretty normal thing.
What's a block
heater? A block heater is like a little heater that goes on undercarriage, and you plug it in, and it keeps the motor a little bit warmer, so it'll start.
Gotcha.
And it's like, say you get up in Montana and almost everybody has one. I mean, you'll see like the cord with the plug on the end of it hanging out of the grill. That's what that is a block heater. I had a kid that lived across the street from me here that had moved up here from, I think, in California someplace. And my neighbor kid was helping me with something on my truck, so we were kind of leaning over the hood, and he came wandering over, and he's like, why do you have a cord coming out of your grill? I'm like, that's a block heater. And he's like, what's a block heater? And I'm like, you ain't from around here, are you?
You're from some warm place.
Yep. Oh my God. And he took his truck and he had like a Toyota truck, so a smallish truck. And he put like running lights all over that truck. And then he started getting flags, and he had like an American flag and a don't tread on me flag. And, he had like 4 flags on this truck.
That's the California kid or your neighbor
kid? Yeah, it's a California kid. So I I shouldn't have done this, but I went and got a big bag of candy, like the little penny candies that are individually wrapped, like peppermints and stuff. And I went and gave him a big bag of candy. And he said, "What's this for?" And I said, "So that you can throw candy to the kids standing out on the sidewalk because they're going to think a parade's coming when you go by." Oh.
So Sarah was questioning before, as part of this constructing of her website, departments in her department store. I suggested that she polls the people and see if the people have any input on which departments or sections to divide her online store up into.
That's a very good idea. You could go with color and black and white. You could go with sizes, small drawings or bigger drawings.
Crikey. I initiated a discussion that I want to take part in, and now I have to disappear.
You could have little subcategories with some of your little things that you've done with different, I don't know what you would call it, but like the drawings that you did with the little faces in them. And, like have them divided up into little sections where you've done like series, like a little series of something, or where you did one and then you ended up doing a bunch of them before you changed and went on to doing something a little bit different.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically where I'm at is that I want to do.
You need a separate one for vulvas.
Yeah, well, probably. I need to throw them in with the rest.
Yes.
But yeah, I just, in my brain, I want to have everything sectioned out into these are the ones that go together and those ones. But I think that in terms of my shop, and this is what I was sort of wrote to Mikey to ask his advice about, because I think that for the online shop part that I'm doing, I want it to be, I've got to come up with 3 or 4 sections, because if I start having,
I can see you being able to do that. Some of the stuff, some of your stuff might cross over into more than one section, but I think that wouldn't hurt anything to post it more than once. You could definitely right now, I think, do a section with the paint cards. I don't know what you call it, the paint card drawings. But then some of them could also get divided into black and white or color, Yeah.
You're sort of like articulating it, like that's exactly. I'm just going through it in my head, like going, could be this, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do it that way. And I'm not moving forward because I can't make a decision between the things. But
and one thing you definitely want one for the wood block ones that you've got coming up.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be up there. And I have T-shirts, and then I want to separate out, like I'll have prints and then originals separately. But yeah, I'm not sure. What I might do is I might just start with something and get it up, and then if it's going and I decide that I need to change it, then I just get in there and change it, because I think that trying to get everything perfect, and then I just like deliberating over whether it is right or not, is just holding me back. So yeah, I think I've just got to jump in and get something up.
Yeah, with my work setting it up, it was a little bit easier because I did like charcoals, oil paints, colored pencil, Conte crayon, like so that it was easy to divide them up. But with yours, I think you could do a black and white and a color and sizes, and you definitely want to do the wood block ones separate, I would think.
Yeah, they sort of.
But then I think you'd almost need to do little subdivisions so that you could put some of your different little subdivisions in there, like your little the faces and and critters or more people type nudes,
Yeah.
things that look like my sleep paralysis monster.
Yeah. It's
Hello, Caleb Shirley.
I feel like I could end up getting really, really specific and convoluted. And what I want is for it to be easy to find. But the other thing that I'm thinking now, as I'm sort of progressing a bit closer, because I sort of abandoned building the website for a while because I didn't have any time. And even now, it just takes so long to do everything.
Yeah.
But as I'm sort of starting to get back into it and moving towards things, because what I'm going to have, I've sort of worked out, I'll have like a landing page, and then I'll have a couple of pages that are just like kind of about and can show some pieces, and then I'll have a shop section where I can sell some things. But I also think I'm going to set up a Patreon, because part of the thing with that is I think it can help me to overcome, cupboard keeps opening, like some of my, I can't put everything out there, but if I have the Patreon, then I can hopefully, add a lot more stuff on there that's not all on the website. And that way I'll sort of satisfy my urge to both filter and have everything up there or something like that. So
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to decide what sort of different categories you're going to have to click on.
Yeah, because it's just
and personally, I think then you'll need subcategories too.
Probably. But yeah, it's just like 1,000 little decisions, and I struggle with decisions. So I can sit here for hours working, and it's intense. And really, I don't get very far is just like this way or that way or the other way. Or like I can think of 30 different ways, so now I have to play them each all out in my head to work out which one of the 30 different ways I can see I like better. And yeah, it's a bit torturous.
Well, how about people in the chat? What do you guys think? What kind of different categories do you guys think she should have? Decisions are hard to make. Yep, this is true.
They are very hard.
Decisions are hard to make just for a normal person. Try being Sarah and making decisions.
Yeah.
Creatures would be one, Kat says, but I think that could be like a subcategory in, like, if she did like different size, like if she did small drawings and bigger drawings, and she could have creatures being like a subcategory in each one. Wood blocks, definitely. She's going to need a wood block one.
Yeah.
Sets would be that's a good idea. Sets. You could do one with like ones that would make a good set, like sets of 3 or whatever,
Yeah.
And you could do subcategories in that and have pairs and sets of 3, sets of 4, whatever. Hi, Jenny Lynn.
Hi, Jenny.
You missed Jenny Lynn on the reptiles. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, nice.
I felt like shit, so I didn't like turn my camera on, but I was there. I haven't been feeling good the last week, so
Still your
I'm feeling a
allergies.
little bit better today, but yeah. And then today, like this is the second nice day in a row. And everybody, this morning, I woke up to the sound of lawnmowers going off all over the place. And then my eyes started burning and they're all red and allergies from everybody mowing the damn grass, stirring stuff up.
So inconsiderate.
Yeah.
I was expecting our lawnmower dude today, but he hasn't showed up yet. Don't want him to mow the lawn, though. It's too short. You cut it too short in winter, it dies.
See, we don't have to worry about mowing the lawn in winter here because the grass just turns brown all winter anyway. And yeah. I always get this thing where everybody, like across the country in Oregon and everything, will be like posting pictures in the spring of their green grass and flowers coming up and stuff. And I look outside and I can see like one blade of grass coming up from the middle of the snow, you know. Look, it's spring. I see a blade of grass.
G'day, Caleb Shirley.
I actually did post that on Facebook one time because everybody was posting pictures of their spring flowers and gardens and stuff. And I posted a picture of the white snow with one little blade of grass with a little dip around it, you know, coming up.
Your blade of grass is your Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah.
That's what that dude's used for, isn't it? To say when spring has arrived.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day. So what did Jenny showcase in reptiles?
Her beautiful snakes, and she showed us her fish tanks too.
Oh, nice. How many snakes has Jenny got?
I think 3. Do you have 3 or do you have more than that? I forget. I know you have the new female.
All
and then the big old guy, Jasper, I think his name was. He's really pretty. And that's the one that I drew. And then she's got a corn snake, a real pretty corn snake too. But I might be not remembering one.
It's very, very difficult not to have a pretty corn snake, I think.
Yeah, they are pretty snakes.
Very.
I actually, after seeing one of the reptiles where they had a gal up that like specialized in corn snakes, and she had like all different morphs and stuff. But personally, after her showing her snakes, her corn snakes, the natural colored ones are beautiful.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
If I was gonna get a corn snake, I would just get a natural colored one because they are really, really stunning colored. Oh, I was right. Yay. I wasn't feeling really good, so I could have missed something easily.
Who's Bruiser? Who's a dog? Sounds like a dog's name.
I think that's her husband.
Surely.
It is. He won the
Bruiser CB. That's right, Bruiser.
Yep.
Sorry, Bruiser. Just called you a dog.
He's got a big beard and stuff. A very impressive beard, actually. 6 more weeks to winter if the groundhog sees its shadow. Truthfully, looking at it from Wyoming point of view, we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter no matter what, whether he sees its shadow or not. But the rest of the country might have spring. Oh, there he is. There's Bruiser. He's here to chew you out. Blackie was just asking what a bruiser was.
Hopefully you brought him back down to earth with your lovely compliments of his beard. Ease the rage a wee bit. Mine needs some desperate attention. It's all long over this side and not on this side, and I don't know why that happens.
Mine too.
My son Tucker, he for special occasions, he'll braid his beard and then put Celtic beads in it.
That's always nice. I wish I had the patience to grow a long one like that. Oh, I had some nice, had a few nice, intriguing birds here in the last week. Had a nice white heron right at my back gate the other day. He was gorgeous.
Oh, wow, a white one?
Yeah.
Is that normal for your area? I mean, for Australia, do you have white herons?
Oh, I hadn't actually seen one before, and then because there's other birds been around, I haven't even looked that guy up yet.
I was wondering, is it like a albino, or is there a whole bunch of them that color?
Yeah,
is there a whole breed of them that color?
That's their right color, yeah. But I don't. Maybe an egret?
Oh, okay. Egrets, yeah, are usually white.
White-faced heron, also called the great egret. So yeah, and then hanging out with the Australian ibis. There's a flock of those that hangs around here. They're pretty annoying, but still quite fun. Except when they enter your kitchen and fly around and make a mess.
Oh, bad.
There was a straw-necked ibis hanging out in their group, and I hadn't seen one of those for quite a few years. So that was quite exciting to see, as excited as you could get over an ibis. And then yesterday, for probably almost most of the day, there was a family of rainbow bee-eaters hanging out on one of the fences in the paddock and feeding on all the little flying bugs around the grass. And they're a very gorgeous little bird. If you haven't seen a rainbow bee-eater, get a dose of that.
I had a beautiful kingfisher this morning.
Nice.
It was so bright.
I may have shown them on a stream before as well, because
I think you might have, yeah. Oh, yeah, those guys are pretty, and I think you have showed them to us before.
They do pop in and out of the area itinerantly, so maybe they've got quite a large home range territory kind of thing. Or maybe they're migratory and I only notice them at this time of year and I just haven't done the maths yet. And there's been this other one that's, I've seen a couple of them, but I didn't get my binoculars out to have a look. And I think my camera's broken too. It's not bloody working properly, which I don't like. Yeah, this other one it's a little bit, probably a similar size to the rainbow bee eaters, but just a little grey and black looking bird. Kept on flapping around in all the flying bugs that are in the paddocks at the moment, smashing them all day long. Bit of a kick. Did it have their bruiser killed on both ends, not bruised on both ends? Yeah, a lot of people think that ibis are invasive species, but there's actually 3 native species of ibis in Australia. I only thought there was 1 native species, but there's 3. And they stink. They've got a really particular stink about them when they fly, take off, and you get a burst of the fragrance that comes from their gust. It's quite unpleasant. But they're just such dorky noobs. They're so much fun to watch and tease and play with. So where did we get to on your department store stuff?
Pretty much like
where you started off.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of sections, right?
Is the key going to be dividing it into sections and then subsections, perhaps, like someone else suggested before?
Yeah, that's what Pam was suggesting. And what I'm thinking is I think I need to get it up with very minimal stuff available for sale and limited sections maybe. And just launch the website, and then I can slowly work on what am I going to put up, because the reality is that creating each listing and each thing that I want to put on there is going to be quite time consuming. And I could potentially just spend all my time doing that and never launch.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I like this idea.
I think I just need to go with a couple of concise things, but I'm also just planning out something else for another one of the sections now. I'm just trying to think of words.
You can do the same thing you did the other day. That seemed to work quite nicely.
In this case, no.
Right.
I'm looking for a title for a group of work, I guess.
You could shop it out to the audience. G'day, Holly. I don't know if I said hi to you and Sky.
Sure I think you definitely need like a nudes section.
Nudes.
Yeah. From her live drawing class.
Plus it's pretty good clickbait too, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to show you this clip that I posted on Facebook, but I think not too many people saw it, but I thought it was really interesting. Do you have fireflies in Australia?
Yeah. Well, we have certain types of them, yeah.
We don't hear, I never saw any until I moved to the East Coast for a while, and that's the first time I ever saw fireflies, but they're pretty cool. But I found this
I'd never seen them either until I started going with Sarah, and where did we see that one? And it was the first firefly that I'd ever seen. At your house at Reserve Creek, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, the first time I saw him was on Cape Cod, and like there was like dancing light in all the bushes around in the garden, and I was like, whoa, I thought it was pretty cool.
We get a lot like out in the forest and stuff because they're especially like around waterways. So yeah, I've seen quite a lot, and they used to be a really nice drive to do in the right season.
He ate a firefly.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. I'd never seen that before.
I think the firefly died.
That is just crazy.
Didn't last long.
No, but it was pretty cool though, I thought so.
It was very cool.
GRB, hello.
G'day, Glenn. Oh, this eye of mine, I'll tell you. My right eye has been very puffy and very leaky for about 4 or 5 days now.
I don't want to talk about eyes. Mine are burning and running and red around them, and it's the allergy time of year.
Yeah, I don't know what mine is. Just old age, dodgy eyes.
Well, I'm going to be right back because I got to look and see if I can find my drawing. So I think I'm going to do it in charcoal, but I might. I've got some brown pencils too that I could mix with the charcoal, which I haven't done that for a while, and that always it makes it look almost like a like sepia toned, like an old photograph, which is kind of a cool look too. I got to think about it, but I need to find the drawing. I shall be right back.
Yeah, I don't think mine's allergies, Kat. I'm not aware that I'm allergic to anything. If I drink too much milk, I'd do a runny poo. But I'm lucky I don't drink too much milk. Yeah, I do have this thing that's runs in my family where my mum had it too. Our fatty tissue over our eyelid gets too fat and hangs down over the eye. So I think I'm not allowing tears and stuff to escape. So they just build up until it feels like I'm crying. But yeah, maybe I need to lose weight to stop my eyelids being so fat. That might fix it. It's worth a shot. Yeah, it's a weird one, Kat. My mum had to get hers fixed when she was about 50, maybe, because they were closing her eyes up too much. And she certainly wasn't fat. What's your temperature in the west like, GRB? One of my surrogate sons left for Western Australia today. One of my oldest son's best mates gone to work in the mines over there somewhere. Get that mining money. Yeah, the treatment's plastic surgery, cat. Could have an eye lift done to fix it. Good enough reason to have cosmetic surgery, I suppose. I found a song of mine from the old studio days that I didn't know I had a copy of still. The other day, it's quite nice. Bit of a country rock song. I'm going to do get a little video for that one made up before I get back to streaming on my channel. G'day, Divine. How's do you do's?
Hey, Divine. Oh, my mom had got, when she got older, she got that macular degenerate disease.
Yeah.
And that is like an absolute horror, nightmare, worst thing that could happen to an artist. So I hope I never get that. But she already had it where she was legally blind by the time she was my age. So.
Yeah, wow. Was she an artist as well?
Oh, no. But like I said, it's somewhat hereditary. So to me, it's like a horror even thinking about it. But I know one of the things she said that you can tell when it starts coming on is you get a lot of floaties, a lot of floaters in your eyes all the time.
Oh, yay. I get them all the time.
I don't get them, so I'm hoping that it's somewhat hereditary, but I'm hoping that I don't get it. Because like I say, that would be like the end of the world for me. I might as well just like curl up and die.
Is that one of the things that they use LASIK to fix nowadays?
I don't think so. I don't think that there's any cure for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I suppose when degeneration is in the disease name or the ailment's name, that's a slow progressive deterioration.
Yeah, and it ended up, you get like, well, what she got was like a black area just took over. Like what you're looking at, you don't see anything but black, but she could see a little bit of stuff around the edges.
Around the edges, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah. But not really tunnel vision because she couldn't see anything in the middle of her eyes, but she could see like around the outer edges of what she was looking at towards. Yeah, right. And every time I would call her and see how she was doing, she would say, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm blind, Every stinking time I called her.
Just in case you'd forgot.
Yeah, just in case I forgot what was happening. Yep, my mom, TJ. I suffer visual snow syndrome. Very annoying and disturbing visual phenomenon. I haven't heard of that actually. Oh, I guess I can turn my cam back on. There we go. So everybody can see the red around my eyes. I still haven't quite decided what I want to do. If I want to do charcoal. It's got a lot of white though. If I do colored pencil, I won't be able to quite get the detail. I'm thinking maybe a touch with a brown pencil and mostly charcoal and just, but then if it didn't work out, I'm not sure what to do.
G'day, sunshine. Back in a tick.
I don't want to mess them up by playing around doing stuff I don't normally do, but then hell, if I did, I could always just start over again. Wouldn't be like the first time I ever started the drawing over again because I didn't like it. We're all so quiet. We need Floyd in here. What are you barking at, you silly dog? Oh, if you bark at Mario, he's gonna get you. What's so funny is she'll sound so vicious like that. She'll see Mario and bark at him like that. And if Mario stands up and looks at her, she'll start yiping like. She's such a drama queen, but she thinks she's pretty tough unless he actually stops and looks at her, and then she's like, "Oh my god, it's the cat." I don't know if you're going to be, you probably won't, but I'll send you a link. I'm going to have have a small auction in the next couple of days because I have to pay my internet bill and my electric bill within the next 2 days. And we can't lose the internet because then I have no way to sell anything or anything like that. So that's a must. My electric bill was running about $200 a month. But like last month, or this month, I should say, it's like $35, but I still have $100 that I gotta pay from last month. I paid $100. It was like $245 or something like that. I paid all of it but $100, but I have to get that $100 and $35 paid by the 22nd. So, and then and the other thing. So, like I said, I'm going to have to do a small auction the next couple days. But also, you guys can tell me what I should do. Now, I normally have my stream on Saturday night, but I have my birthday's Friday, and I'm going to be 68 years old. Damn it. Oh, Sarah just had her birthday a couple days ago. And yours and I was thinking that yours and Chattanooga Ed's are the same day, but they aren't because you're like a day ahead of us. So,
we're in the future.
So his is like one day before yours.
That's still pretty cute, though.
But
I didn't know that was when his was.
So do you think I should do a stream on Friday, or should I just do my birthday stream on Saturday? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, obviously I miss out if you do it another day, but I think there's something exciting maybe if you do it on your birthday and, you know, make a celebration of it.
Yeah. But then Saturday's my regular stream day, so I could just do it on Saturday. I don't know. So what do you think, Blackie?
What's that now? What? Huh?
What, huh? I said my birthday, I'm going to be 68 years old on Friday. So should I do a stream on Friday, or should I just wait and just call Saturday my birthday stream?
Leave that into the artist's choice. I could potentially be there for either day anyway. Oh, nice.
I feel like, you know, birthday stream could be fun.
A 68-hour live stream. Oh my God. No.
I didn't even survive the first 24-hour stream we did.
Oh yeah, we used to do 24-hour streams all the time, but that was when we had the other streaming thing where you didn't have limited hours.
And I think that 24-hour one that we did, the second half of the 24 hours was on my birthday. So,
oh, I remember that stream. You got plastered.
Twice.
You were totally plastered, Blackie. Was that the one where you hit your guitar, broke your guitar?
That was a different stream.
That was a different one. That was a different plastered.
Sarah does not look amused.
Oh,
I remember it well. But I probably am gonna go in a sec because I thought I could still do my stuff and come on a bit, but I'm not concentrating and I don't think I'm getting anything done. So I might have to vanish and try and get.
yeah. Well, we might just have like just a regular 2-hour stream, which is only in 15 minutes, so it's okay.
I'd definitely encourage you to disappear and get your work done
and do what you have to do. Yeah,
well,
yeah,
without
feeling anything bad about it either.
It's gonna be so freaking exciting to get it done and be able to go, yep. Been hanging over my head for ages. I'm like, I'm gonna do that, and yeah.
Well, if you're in the mood to do it and you got a few ideas on what you want to do, then
I got a few hours that I can still.
Have you got a URL yet?
Sorry.
Have you got a URL yet?
Well, it'll be spongeprincess.com. But I get so included in the thing to put up the website, I get a custom domain name and stuff. So, and I've looked, nobody else surprisingly has spongeprincess.com. And I did think about having .com.au, but it costs extra. So
Yeah, right. .com's 3 less keystrokes.
Sure.
3 less thoughts for autocomplete.
Mhm.
Process ease.
it's nice and neat anyway.
Divine said, Blackie, what are you drinking, mate?
Turkey and Coke at the moment. That will be my last turkey and Coke for the day because the Coke fills my tongue and my throat with grotty feels. Too much sugar.
I might have to make more tea though.
I might have to make some coffee here in a few minutes, but I'll wait till I end the stream and then I'll make some more coffee. And
Well, I will go, and nice to see everyone. And yeah,
well, thank you for dropping by and dropping in.
Go good
You'll
love.
have to
Do
let
some
us
good
know
stuff.
when you get it up
I absolutely will.
so we can like add it to it. Like we've got the thing that Grasshopper did where it has everybody's information on it when you click on it from my stream. And we'll have to add that information to your stuff.
And the Patreon. You could probably get the Patreon started before your website, but I suppose you've got enough on your plate right at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, well, because I'm trying to get the website, but I want to try and incorporate the Printify into it. And I do want to get the Patreon, but I also have another thing that I've got to get up that's called Blue Thumb. I just want to get it all on there. We'll see.
Okie dokes. Go good, do good stuff.
Thank you. I will try to.
Okay.
Bye, love. Love turkey, says Divine. It's pretty much all I drink. Which is probably terrible because it's not cheap. Not down here anyway. So I know you held it up, but I only got like 3/4 of a second look at the shaky picture.
Yeah, I can hold it. It's not really, I'm just kind of still laying it out and getting like,
Yeah, I get it. I understand you.
I haven't really like started putting in details or any of the shading yet. I'm just trying to get the proportions. That's what I'm getting, proportions. But yeah, I'll hold it up. In fact, I'll even blow myself up for a minute and show you.
Nice. He's a good boy.
I think.
See you, Bruiser.
Bye, Bruiser. I'm thinking I'm going to do them in charcoal because you saw looking at the charcoal drawings. If you do charcoal good enough with the shading, you get the feeling of the colors being there without it, with it just being charcoal. You still get the feeling of the browns and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I can get a little bit more detail and stuff. But yeah, you can definitely get like, I mean, if it's a decent charcoal drawing, you can look at it and see the colors in your mind.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm going to be 46 now. When I was like for a few years there, like when I turned like 62, I told everybody I was dyslexic and I was actually like 26, but now I'm going to be 68, so I don't want to use the dyslexic joke.
Won't have the same impact.
No.
I've been tinkering with this guy for a couple of days. Oh, that's actually, now it just looks like some beast that's dropping poo, doesn't it?
Let me see. No, I like it. Dropping poo. Hang on, let me blow you up. It wouldn't just be dropping it. He's like, and it's a mass explosion.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Expelling it with some force.
That's right.
That was that other one I was working on last week. I think it's done too.
I like that one. Let me see. Yep, I think that one's done.
Yeah.
Let's see, that would be your left side. It looks like a head with a face. Yep. But then
That's
you could also see a face on the other end too. So with the eyeball.
In here. Yeah,
That's pretty
all over
cool.
the place. I think humans have this automatic knack to be able to find a face in anything.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks, Kat. Oh, I so nearly clapped a bug right here, right in front of the microphone. That would have killed everyone's earballs. I still missed it. Not that time. Explosive diarrhea lion maned stick insect.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a lovely title, GRB. It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Out the butt, as it were. Yeah, this one was when I started doing this one, because of the last few, I've been doing like maybe 3 or 4 different pen sizes. And the last one I did before this one, I think I tried to restrict myself to 2 different pen sizes, and then this is a continuation of that saga, just using 2 different sizes.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Seeing what I can achieve with 2 pens of varying sizes, and they're quite significantly different too. One's maybe 3/4 of a millimeter, and the other one's like 1/10 of a millimeter or something. It's very tiny.
Wow. Yeah. I think that's a good way to learn, because you're teaching yourself to use each one
on their own merits.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Did you see this that I posted on Facebook? I'm going to show you real quick.
Thanks, Divine.
We were talking about eating lamb the other night.
We have the same jokes down here, but generally they involve New Zealand people. Apologies to any Kiwis in the house.
Yeah,
but
usually here around here it's Montana sheep herders, but yeah.
Yeah, it's that old English tradition that came down here with our settlers, you know.
Yeah.
Wales is too far away to poke fun at, and they sure do have a lot of sheep in New Zealand, so they were the next obvious victims of the taunting.
You know why the Montana sheep herder committed suicide?
I do not.
Because he heard the song, I Know There'll Never Be Another You. Play on
That's
words.
a stretch.
I love play on words. I like that joke. I don't see anybody laughing, but I like that joke.
Who are you talking about? The guy who's coming Savo? Yeah. No, it's all right. I'll wait till he comes and I'll just get him to park behind the Skyline instead of behind the garage. And you just leave the tracks out in front of the mulch pile. And I'll put it away when he goes. I was bloody reading GRB's comment and waiting for the pun at the end of it. But yes, GRB, big shake-up. Sorry, I just totally went off and had a secondary conversation while I was still on mic.
You're
Pro
okay.
broadcaster over here. Just trying to think. My boy's off to Bunnings, our local big hardware store, like your Lowe's. And I know there was some bloody thing I wanted at Bunnings. Got to try and think of it before he leaves. I won't though.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I heard. Unlike him, I am not deaf.
Huh?
Unlike him, I am not deaf.
What?
What?
That's my boy. He's got that same comedy. Can you Bunnings a bar, and you said yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go into their glue section?
Glue.
Glue.
Oh, yeah.
And see if they're stocking what's it called? Tight Bond wood glue. Tight Bond original.
Can you just send that to me in a message?
Yeah, quick, go and get him before he parks you in. Open the garage door so he knows.
You already did.
Oh, did I? Good stuff. Tight Bond. Yeah, I'll message it to you. Apparently it's the best wood glue for fixing guitars.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, this guitar that normally sits behind me over here has suffered some water damage and needs re-gluing. Who do I need? Where is he? Wrong one. I'm going to have to go and make my old man some lunch as well. Now that his physio's here, he wants lunch.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shut the stream down for the night because it's kind of a slow night, and there's just you and me left here, and Bob never showed up. I got a feeling he must have fallen asleep. And Sarah's busy with fixing up her website, which is going to be awesome when she gets it up.
No doubt.
And I'm
several
also
of them
have
in
to
hard
somewhat
places.
watch my hours now, so until I'm ready to pay again. So I think it might be a good time to shut it down.
Rightio.
What do you think?
I think yes. My phone just started acting up because my son started the car
Okay.
that my phone normally Bluetooth connects to. So my phone's Bluetooth connected to it, and it's just started telling me all these things that it wants to do to my telephone. Wild. I've never had that before.
Okay. Well, thank you for keeping me company. So I'm up here all by myself. And thank you everybody in chat for showing up. And in the next night or two, I'll be doing like a small works auction. I have to get some little stuff done. I haven't been feeling good, so I'm kind of behind on that. So I need to get that done so I can like get my internet and electric shit paid for. So
you need
yeah,
to
next
work
day.
out. Need to work out whether you're going to do a birthday stream as well, or just the.
Oh yeah, I got to decide if I'm going to do a birthday stream or just celebrate it on Saturday. I think we got people in here voting for a birthday stream on Friday.
Cool. Well, if anything, if you're worried about your hours and stuff, I'll birthday gift you some money to pay for the StreamYard again. Seems like a lovely birthday gift on my behalf.
Yeah, that's actually, that would be a nice birthday. Kat says yes in all capital letters, birthday. So I guess I'll do a stream on Friday then.
Sold to everyone.
Yep. So we'll definitely do a stream on Friday this week. And we'll do the Saturday stream too, but we'll do a Friday and a Saturday night stream. Because,
Because why not?
Yeah, because
Hey,
I'm
Riley,
like
how are you?
68
Not too
fucking
bad.
years old, so we might as well do a birthday stream. So, okay, thank you everybody for coming in, and everybody have a good night, and look for a small auction stream for me, either probably tomorrow night. I'd rather do it Thursday night, but Thursday night's busy with Ed streams, and a lot of people stream on Thursday night, so. But Wednesdays are getting busy too, so I don't know. It'll either be tomorrow or the next night because I got to pay the internet. Okay, guys. See you later. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Blackie. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Pam.
Good night, guys.
See you all soon. Thanks, everyone.